What's up guys, it's Joseph, and I just wanted to make a quick video on my experience using the DDM4 PDW upper on a Radian ADAC lower. So that means I'm not running the regular PDW lower. I sold that. I didn't like how it had a proprietary buffer system, and I didn't really like the collapsing stock on it. I'll go over the key parts of the build first and then go over some groups that I got, and then at the end I'll talk about some of the other accessories that are on here. I'll just start off by saying that I've been really happy with this setup so far. It does seem Daniel Defense made it a little over-gassed because it's run everything. I've seen a lot of reports that AAC AMAX 208 grain and Hornady AMAX 208 grain don't cycle for a lot of people. It's always cycled perfectly for me, you know, as long as I'm running a suppressor on there. So yeah, let's go from tip to butt like normal. This is a SilencerCo muzzle brake, and that's the ASR mount for my Omega 36M. So this is in the full length configuration. This is a Romeo 4T. It has a circle dot reticle with the center being 2 MOA. And just a heads up, Palmetto State Armory currently has the Romeo 4S, which is my favorite budget red dot, for sale for $200. And the Romeo 4S and the 4T are very similar, so as you can see, I picked up one myself. This is a Geissele SSA-E trigger. And in the buffer tube, I'm running a Super 42 Geissele spring with the H2 weight on it. In the past, I've also run the PDW upper with the JP silent captured spring with the H2 weights on it. At the beginning of the video, what you heard was 4 rounds of AAC 208 grain AMAX. And then after that, there were 5 rounds of Hornady Subsonic SubX. These are 190 grain. After that, there were 5 rounds of Minuteman Munitions 220 grain. And then there were 5 rounds of MagTech Supersonic. So that was this one, 123 grain. In my opinion, the AAC and the SubX were both super quiet, like sounded very similar. The Minuteman Munitions had a slightly different sound, and then obviously the MagTech had a supersonic crack, and there was significantly more recoil. Before I go over the groups, I'll just add that I do have a slight astigmatism, so the 2 MOA dot probably looks more like a 3 or 4 MOA. That's why I use this M-Bus rear sight, because when you look through the small peephole, it actually clears up the red dot a lot. And somehow I lost my rear bag to stabilize the rear, so I only had the handguard resting on a rest while I was shooting these. So these are the groups at 25 yards. The Minuteman Munitions did an 11/16 inch group. The Hornady SubX, that was 11/16 as well. And then this is the best group, the 3/8 inch with the AAC AMAX 208 grains. I'm currently using the Hornady SubX as my defensive ammo, so that's what's in my magazines. So I'm really happy that the AAC has a pretty similar point of impact. And here are 2 3-shot groups, so the 3 from the Hornady SubX and 3 from the MagTech 123 grain, both at 25 yards, just to show that the MagTech shoots a little bit left compared to the SubX. At the end of the video, I'll have some range footage showing me shooting these 2 groups. And then at the very end of the range session, I took off the suppressor and checked cycling for both of these, and neither of them will cycle, you know, without the increased dwell time. I wasn't able to check this one for cycling just because I ran out of the ammo. And so next time I'm actually gonna take the Super 42 spring out, since it's stronger than a regular carbine spring. So I'll put a carbine spring in there and see how these cycle without a suppressor. And I almost forgot to mention, as far as magazines, I do run the Lancer 300 Blackouts and the Magpul 300B, and perfect function with both of those. So that's about it for the key stuff in this video. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave those down below so I can get back to you. I'll just go over the accessories now. A Streamlight RM1, the Vendetta foregrip, the Magpul K2 Plus pistol grip, the SilencerCo gas defeating charging handle. I have 3 of these, really love them. They work excellent if you put a little piece of tape like I've showed in a previous video. Magpul CTR, PWS enhanced buffer tube. I made a video on how to install these, and then the M-Bus 3 backup sight. Alright guys, that's about it. Like, subscribe, and share, and talk to you guys next time.